Hi lads and lasses, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, but if you're not, welcome back. And as you can see, I'm already orange and I'm already baked as a kite. This is obviously a different kind of video. So today I'll be doing a little Q&A and life update because prior to my older videos, I just went ghost on y'all. Like, no warning, no nothing. I said, but I went on Instagram and I told some people to ask me some questions, either anonymously or like, you know, if they're brave enough. Nobody was brave enough except one person, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But today we're going to get into all the nitty-gritty. Yeah. I'm so baked, y'all. I probably call this Stone Sesh with Sia, where I probably like have this as a series too, if you guys like it, where I get stoned, you guys like ask me some questions and I answer them. That sounds fun, but I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so the app wasn't loading on my iPad, like all the questions I got asked, so I had to screenshot them from my phone and then send them to my iPad. Fun, right? So let's get into it clear. Just a PSA, my ADHD is going to be so off the walls for this video, so I apologize in advance. Someone asks, at what age you started smoking and was it a good or bad experience? That's a great question, because we're going to learn about how me is me right now. Okay, I started smoking at 18. Everybody refused to smoke with me until I was 18. Like, I ate edibles prior, so I ingested THC prior, but 18 I started bunning weed. Okay, so let me tell a little story about how my first time smoking weed went. So me and two of my other friends wanted to go smoke because one of them haven't smoked before, right? So we're like, oh yeah, like let's go teach her how to smoke, whatever the case is. So we went to Central Park and we was there, and me and my other friend was baked. But my other friend, who hasn't, like, never smoked, she wasn't baked because she didn't know how to like inhale it right. So me and my friend is just over there cracking up and dying. And then next thing you know, we all end up at the train station, like eyes lower than low. And then we went our separate ways. I was on the train like, bro, this is the longest ride of my life. Like, this is feeling like I've been on this train for like 2 hours. And then it was cold in the train because it was like during springtime. You didn't really need a jacket. Anyways, as I was saying, Apple is so rude. So I was on a train, cold, and trying not to fall asleep. Like, I'm just feeling myself like. So to keep myself awake, I was like, yo, you know what would be fire right now? Some cookies. So the only thing that was keeping me awake was telling myself to go to Subways. I'd be like, oh, go to Subways, don't forget to go to Subways, don't forget to go to Subways. In my head, like, I really wanted them cookies, and that was the only thought that was keeping me from falling asleep. Because I don't fall asleep on public transportations, babe. That's very scary to me. So yeah, telling myself like, go to Subways, don't forget to go to Subways. So I finally get to my stop after what felt like 4 hours on this train. And the only thought is in my head is, don't forget to go to Subways. Don't forget to go to Subways. Go to Subways. So I went to Subways and I got like 3 cookies for $1. I want some cookies right now. But yeah, I think it was like 3 cookies for $1. And then I went home and I changed, and in complete darkness, I laid on my bed and I ate those cookies and remembered thinking, this is the best thing I've had probably in my life. Like, that's how good these cookies were bussing. I didn't let anybody know I had cookies because nobody was getting none. But yeah, so that was my first time smoking at the ripe age of 18. So somebody asks, how are you doing mentally? Ciao. I ain't tweaking or I'm geeking. I'm good. I'm great. It's like when you stop doing certain things that bother your peace of mind, you start doing so much better. Someone said, I love how confident you are. Thanks. So the next question is, do you like anyone right now? Wouldn't y'all like to know? Look at my business. But yes. But still, I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling. Are you interested in anyone right now? You guys just asked me that. You know, I find it so crazy when people, like, you become interested in someone else, and then the people that when you were interested in them, they weren't interested in you, start coming and be like, oh, you know, I always wanted to talk to you. I always wanted to fuck with you. I can't believe you talking to someone now. How about you leave me alone, actually? When I was out in these streets, you didn't want to pick me up. Boom, boom. Getting sexy. But you wait until I become delusional to want to try.
I don't like that.
What's the best piece of advice? Am I reading that right? Hold on. I don't have my glasses on, girl. What's the best piece of advice you've given? Yeah, the secret's out, y'all. I'm blind as a bat. Sometimes you have to erase the messages, delete the number, and move the fuck on. You don't have to forget who that person was. You just have to accept that they're not that person anymore, and that's fine. What's the strangest thing you've ever eaten? I don't think it's that strange, but like kunk. If you know, you know. So kunk is basically a sea snail. It's almost like an escargot, but you eat the meat inside. Like you don't eat it with the shell. You just take out the meat and they sell it at a market. And it's really good. It's hard, but it's chewy. And if you curry kunk, whew, put some kunk in a soup. Oh. And it's an aphrodisiac. Favorite childhood memory. What's my favorite childhood memory? Let's see. Honestly, I can't choose one. I love my childhood so much. Like, my childhood was great. I wouldn't change my childhood for nothing. I didn't have much, but I was living my best fucking life. Playing cricket, rolling down hills in barrels, playing what is it? Chinese skip, sightings, cricket with your cousins, or go to the football field and netball games. I was like 6, 7, 8 in parties. Like, that's why I'm so bored now. I basically lived my adult life as a kid. Any big bashment, I was in there. And I feel like almost all Caribbean people can agree or relate to this. It's like you just growing up being in bashments at like young age. It's almost as a saying as if like Caribbean people, like Jamaican people, were born with like Ray and Nephew in their veins. Like, you know, the little Kiki. Oh, I could say this one. No, it's not really my favorite, but it would be in the top 10 if I had a list. Is my granddad, right, drives this big blue truck, right? So he would pick up everybody in like the community that we live in, and then he would come and he would park at my gate, and he would not move the truck unless I'm in the truck. If I'm not in the truck is not moving. It doesn't matter if he's late or anybody else that needs to get to their destination late, or anybody else that's going with him is late. Because he basically like took people on the truck to like drop them off at a certain location point where they can get a taxi or like get to where they're going, and then he goes to work, right? Kind of like a free cab, if that makes sense. Someone asks, what was your favorite subject in school? English. I love English and history sometimes. But you know, living in America and sound like this, history can be very hard for you because the teachers be blaming you sometimes. Like, I had a teacher, like, every time they'd be like, yeah, the British invaded. I'm like, I'm black. Just because I sound like Mary Poppins don't mean nothing, babe.
A spoonful of sugar.
Don't let this Peppa Pig accent fool you.
You put your lips together and blow.
I am black, shit. The British captured my country too.
I got you $1.
Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
Thinking I'm over here sounding like Oliver Twit for nothing. Please.
Carisha, please. Leave it alone, sweetie.
I would say my least favorite subject in school was math. If I understand what I'm doing at that moment, I'll be happy, jolly with the lolly. But I'm not going to go home with that same knowledge in here. I don't know why. I'll be at home confused looking at the homework. You ask me what y equal mx plus b means, I don't know, hands up, so shoot. You tell me to write an essay though? Give me the pen and paper. Yeah. Do you prefer giving or receiving? Giving or receiving what? Gifts? Money?
What do you mean by that?
What's the most bizarre text you've ever received? It wasn't really a text, right? It was a note that I received via airdrop. And saying that sounds like the most futuristic shit to me right now. Like, imagine people back then used to like send letters and notes, and now they're being like airdropped electronically. Fuck. I'm smacked. I was on the train, right? I think I was going to class one morning, and I was so tired, and I was low-key like falling asleep because on the train it was so cold. I remember, because cold always makes me very sleepy. So on the train it was cold. I'm trying to like stay awake, but I couldn't. So somebody is like airdropping random memes like around the whole train to anybody that has their Bluetooth on. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just accept it. you know, maybe we'll have like a airdrop wall and it can keep me awake. So I accepted, and then I airdropped like a meme back to like every iPhone until somebody accepted it. Like I changed my name and then I airdropped it. So me and this person kept on going back and forth airdropping like memes and shit. So I'm like, yeah, this is fun. But I'm like, who the fuck on this train is it? And I'm like, it has to be this person sitting in front of me because everybody else on this car was elderly. So I'm like, it has to be him. But I'm like, let me not make it hot, like let me not make it obvious. So then I got to my stop at my school and then I was about to get off, and then they saw that I was about to get off. Then they airdropped me a note. Let me go back to it and see what it says. Basically says, I wash my face every day, so if you need a clean place to sit, let me know. And then their number. And I said, wow. The next question is, what attracts you to someone? Honestly, personality. I love a good personality. Because it's like, you can be the finest man in the world, but if your personality is ass, you just look very ugly to me. I don't know, like looks is a bonus too, right? But is it that really much of a bonus of a personality? No. So yeah, personality, nice teeth, or at least decent teeth, nice smell, like hygiene, yeah, big plus. Mindset, ambitions. There's a lot that attracts me to a person, but for now, those will do. Do you believe in going 50-50 with your significant other? Yeah. This is gonna ruffle a couple feathers, but please argue with your mama, don't argue with me. I believe in going 50-50. Like, I don't see why not. And I don't see why it's such a big debate and such a big deal on social media. Especially in this economy. What gives you the ick? There's a lot of things that make the lady boner be gone. There's a lot of things. Bad breath, bad hygiene, just like very closed-minded mindset, narcissism, attention seeking, so much like other things would give me the ick, but I can't name them right now because with me it's like one little mistake and I'm just there like, yeah, I'm cool off of you. That just I don't want to do that. That's when like I wake up from my delusion so quick. What's something people misunderstand about you? When I don't care, I really don't give a fuck. And I feel like a lot of people would misunderstand that because they'd be like, oh, like she's so nice, she's so loving, she's so caring. I am, but baby, when I stop giving a fuck, I stop. Not ifs, ands, or buts. What frustrates you? Expecting people to have common sense and then being upset at them when they don't have common sense. Next, have you ever cheated on a test? I've cheated on a test, and let me tell you the reason why this test blew my. So it was in Spanish class, right? And I sat with some of the Spanish girlies, right? So I'm just there like, this about to be like an easy one, whatever. So basically, the day prior, he's like, oh, study because we're gonna have a test tomorrow, and you can't have like a reference sheet or whatever the case is. So I'm there, I'm like, I studied, but nothing is retained up here except nosotros. I don't even remember what nosotros means, but that's the only thing that's up in here, right? And pop into class. So As the rows that we got in, this girl was like, oh, you can sit beside me and I'll help you cheat. Mind you, she's Dominican. So I'm like, we got this in the bag. She about to help me cheat. We about to pass. Right? So sat next to her, and then we're there, she's like helping me wipe the case and I'm doing the test. So test is over, the papers are handed back. Why we both failed? The way I was so tight, because I'm like, girl, you speak this language. How you fail? And then I realized it's Spanish. Favorite position and why? What do you mean by position? Position in corporate? Position in life? I love trolling you guys with like these questions, because why y'all want to learn about me sexually like that? I don't know, I like to keep that part to myself. I don't think y'all need to know that. How do you handle peer pressure? The simple fact of, if I don't want to do something, you can't make me do it. And you can't peer pressure me no matter what it is into doing it. Somebody asks, have you ever smoked? No. I've never smoked a day in my life. Where's my other slip? Life update now. So, I'm so parched. The last time you guys saw me like 2 years ago, obviously I was in college, you know, just a college student out here trying to make it into the world, because, you know, soy niña, like I'm just a girl.
I'm just a girl in the world.
But yeah, I was in college studying painting, and then I took a semester off, and then a semester turned into taking a year off for my own mental health. And then I was like, yeah, Buki, this is not for me. So now I'm going back to college to study sonography, ultrasound technician, whatever you want to call it. But don't get me wrong, half of this money is about to be funding my art, because baby, I still paint. We still paint. Last time you saw me, I think I only had 1 tattoo, or I probably had 3. I don't remember, but now I think I have about 13.
Oh, damn! I'm sorry.
Yeah. I know some of my family members are somewhere punching the air right now, but Bookie, yeah. I got this one. This was my first one of my granddad's name. You see? This one, just cuz. I got this one. This one. This one. This one. This one. This one. One right here. And then my spine tattoo. I think that's it. I think it's because I have a high pain tolerance, why I got so much. And every time I get one, my mom's like, again, Nas? Again? You really look back and get one more tattoo? And I'm just still like, why couldn't the tattoo come back and get me? Why do I have to go back and get the tattoo? Like, girl, I'm a Taurus, May to be exact. My birthday is this Saturday, as you guys know I mentioned that. A lot of you be feeling like you're just watching a stranger, which you are, but it's okay. So let me reintroduce myself. My full name is Nasia. N-A-S-S-I-A. Nasia, right? I use Sia because a lot of people don't know how to pronounce my first name. But yeah, where was I for those 2 years? Girl, I was out here living life, you know.
My vibe right now is just living life.
Plus, it's like every time I go to film, it's like I'm not consistent with it because I'm just too busy living in the moment. I try to vlog and I try to post and stuff like that, but I just like to live in the moment. I don't know. First update I would do is, am I single? find out on the next episode. That'll be all for tonight, y'all. I know I look orange. It's okay. I'm just very fried right now. But I hope you guys like this. If you watch all the way this far, I hope you guys like this. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll be back probably next week or the week after that. Bye.